Hi guys, I'm Mel and welcome to eVlog. But before I start my eVlog, I want to ask a question. How's your quarantine life? Okay, for today's eVlog, I will discuss all about electric charge. You are certainly familiar with electronic devices that you activate with a click of the switch, turning on your computers, to cell phones, to television, and you also certainly seen electricity in a flash of lightning during a heavy thunderstorm. From these activities, we can learn about electric charges. Electric charge, or often just called charge, is the fundamental quantity of electricity. It also comes in two and only two types, the positively charged and the negatively charged. Term neutral doesn't refer to a third type of charge, but to the presence in a region of positive and negative charges in equal amount. To be exact, the sum of identical positive and negative quantities are zero. This is what it means to be electrically neutral. It also have its rules of action. If the two charges are alike to each other, they will repel. And if the two charges are opposite to each other, they will attract. Also, charge is quantized. This means that electric charge comes in discrete amounts and there is the smallest possible amount of charge that an object can have. In the SI system or the International System of Units, this is the smallest amount of charge, which is the 1.602 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulomb. No free particles can have less than this charge, and therefore, the charge of any object must be multiple of this amount. Some materials have their electrical properties, so these are the three electrical properties of materials. The first one are the conductors, where charge more easily flows. Some of its examples are metals, electrolytes, and plasmas. The second one are the semiconductors, where these materials have the resistance levels between those conductor and an insulator. Good example of semiconductor materials are germanium, selenium, and silicon. Silicon is used in most semiconductors for computer and electronic components and considered to be the best semiconductor material. The third one are the insulators, where the charge does not move easily. Some of its examples are organics, grasses, and pure water. So, after the materials, let's move on what are the methods of charging, where the process of supplying the electric charge to an object or losing the electric charge from an object is called charging. An uncharged object can be charged in these three different methods. The first method is by triboelectric, or often called as charging by friction. As we can see in the illustration, when an object is rubbed over another object, the electrons get transferred from one object to another. This transfer of electrons takes place due to friction between two objects. The object that transfers electrons loses negative charge, and the object that accepts electrons gain negative charge. The second method is by charging by conduction. Here in the illustration, we see that the process of charging the uncharged object by bringing it in contact with another charged object. This charged object has an equal number of negative and positive charges. Hence, when the charged object is brought in contact with the uncharged conductor, the electrons get transferred from the charged object to the conductor. The third one is charging by induction. Again, as we see in the illustration, the process of charging the uncharged object by bringing it to another charged object near to it, but in a sense of not touching it. So, let's recap our discussion. Again, electric charge is the fundamental quantity of electricity. It involves the presence of positive, negative, and electrically neutral charge. The three electrical properties of materials are conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. Also, the three methods of charging, which are the charging by friction, charging by conduction, and charging by induction. Wow! We learned too much today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this e-vlog. Again, this is Mel, and God bless everyone.